I'll unfortunately probably have to wait another week until I get to this audio to check it out. So, today is a bit of an earlier morning again. Everyone in the house, well, the kids anyways, are sick, so it's been like musical beds all night. I've been up for probably about an hour. Probably could have left to go to the gym a little bit sooner. I was kind of not procrastinating, I was finishing up a couple of videos. I was kind of worried if I went to the gym at 2:30 in the morning, I was gonna kind of be cooked for the rest of the day, so kind of just lounged around, edited a couple things. But now we're on our way for a pull day, and it's gonna be pretty much the same old usual exercises. Don't think there's gonna be much I'm gonna change out today. I've been kind of enjoying having it be not mindless, but it's kind of nice getting into the routine far enough, or the same exercises where you can kind of go in and know what you're going to hit without having to think about it too much. The one thing I probably will put back in today is I'll wait for this light, the hammer strength rows instead of dumbbells, like the bent over rows. Sorry, I know I told you guys I wouldn't drink on camera because it drives me nuts, but I don't know, I want to chug the whole thing right at home either. And it's mainly because I'm just trying to, not the drinking thing, the rows. I'm thinking if I use like the chest supported kind of MTS machine, or hammer strength machine, whatever one it's called, I'm just trying to maybe protect the shoulder a bit instead of having it slunched over, hanging it too much, just so it's not gonna constantly be a thorn in my side. Other than that, yeah, not much else to report. Biceps will be, I'm thinking of doing like a preacher curl bicep. I'm thinking of do cables, preachers, maybe dumbbells. But we'll see who's on what here. Sometimes a preacher curl machine and the preacher curl seats can be a hot commodity. As far as the med school application, the med school I applied to, they got back to me and confirmed they had all my details, so that's another good sigh of relief. So it's about 4 o'clock. It's gonna give us about, holy man, I feel like that entrance is getting like crazier every time we come in here. We should have about hour and 40 minutes or so to get through everything. I'm gonna try and be sure not to encroach too much into the cardio time like I did yesterday. I want to maintain my 30 minutes of cardio. On that note, we have 18 minutes of record time because I didn't have a chance to delete anything off my SD card yesterday. So I'm going to cut this part of the recording short. I might try and get a couple clips inside, but yeah, I head in there and get started. Alright, so I did not record anything of working sets as far as back went because all the back machines are in the middle of the gym and there's other people there, and I still don't really want to record other people in the background, so it was just gonna be this
pretty much followed the routine that I laid out in the truck, minus the forearm curls, because I ran out of time and I have to go do cardio still. So I do want to try and get a back update, because I think that's the only one I haven't done yet. Let me see if I can get out of this t-shirt and into my sweater for cardio without ripping it. So still need to work on this stuff here, but the upper back stuff is definitely coming in. All right. Anyways. I realized I was just talking to myself because my hat was on the bench. What I was saying, upper back is definitely getting progress, but lower back still needs to have some more trimmed off from it, I think, before we're going to see any kind of improvements down there. Anyways, Amy was just shooting me a couple messages. I guess the girls are sick as dogs now, so I'm gonna try and crank out some cardio real quick, get to work, and see if I can replace myself for the day so I can stay home with them maybe. But that, I think I left my lens cap in the truck too, which is also not great. Oh, here it is. So I head downstairs, head on the bike, probably get 20 minutes of that in, and then head to work. Okay. So, cardio got cut to only 15 minutes, which I'm not super stoked about. Thankfully it is Friday, which means I don't have a shift tomorrow morning, so I might be trying to get on the bike when I get home and do another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. Yeah, so was able to get into the studio, did a little shot in there, which should be right before this, hopefully, if I loaded it properly. So I am pretty happy with the progress, upper back and shoulders. I'm pretty sure like that's pretty much gonna be the extent as far as like muscle size that I'll get, especially during a cut. I should say the extent of muscle size I'll get during like this phase, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, of my bodybuilding, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call it bodybuilding because, again, it sounds more of like a professional term, but either way, due to the caloric deficit, nothing is really going to get any larger in size, and just basically stripping off the fat and hopefully revealing what's there already from 10 years of going to the gym and having it perpetually buried under layers of fat and visceral kind of adipose tissues. So as I mentioned, lower back still obviously has quite a bit of extra fluff on it, so still think we're probably at least 2, 3, maybe even a month of cutting to get that stripped away. It's kind of hard to tell because as the body, kind of depletes its stores in some areas of the body, it might, accelerate fat loss and burning of fat from other areas. So it could disappear quickly, but my guess, based on how long I've had that, is it's going to be a while. So no light really at the end of that tunnel right now, but I'm happy to see progress, and yeah, can't complain. So I kind of mentioned when I was in the studio room there that the gym wasn't busy. It was only me and those two other fellows that are usually there right in the morning. But where all like the back equipment is, it's kind of right in the center, and there's not really any good mirrors that kind of reflect onto it. So without a monopod to set up pointing at it, it's really hard to get a shot without, you know, incorporating like everyone in the background, which I'm not wanting to do. So that's why there wasn't really any exercise shots today, because I didn't want to have the whole cast and crew incorporated in the shot without having to ask them, and I wasn't really in that place to go and like, hey, you want to be in my videos? You okay if you're in the background? Someday that'll have to come up, but right now I think we'll just stick with what I can get and be happy with it. What else was I talking about? So kids are sick as dogs, apparently. I got two of them. One of them staying home from school. The little guy doesn't go to school, but he's not in the best of dispositions right now, so he'll be staying home with my parents today. We'll see how he fares today, and it might be a almost put my finger right in the lens there. It might be a couple days off work so I can stay home and help take care of them, but we'll see how they're doing today. He was sick when when he was first born, because the girls were in school and stuff, so he kind of got, I think it was RSV. So he was sick for that kind of stint, but other than that, he hasn't really had a lot of illnesses. Our girls, on the other hand, especially our oldest, she was like sick all the time. So not really our first rodeo, but I mean, if he's under the weather, not sure exactly how long or severe it's going to be for him. Either way, I'm just pulling up to work here, so I'm going to cap it off here, I think, for the video today. I'm going to try and keep these more concise, and some of the ones I've been editing recently from 2 or 3 weeks ago, I find that I've been kind of adding sections over and over and over, so I'll add another drive, and it ends up being like a 30-minute video sometimes. And based on the analytics that I'm seeing from YouTube, I'm struggling to get 1 minute out of most videos for people watching, so no point in me making them super long, so I'm going to try and keep them a little more concise and work on having some more topics that are to the point for, you know, if somebody's clicking on the video, they know what they're going to be watching. Either way, thanks for hanging around. If you did make it to the end of the video, if you want to keep watching this stuff, feel free to follow along. It's going to be a interesting couple months. The med school application said that in January we'll find out if we're getting invites to interviews, so that gives me 2.5 months to really get this stuff hammered out, hopefully. Either way, I'll see you tomorrow.